Hi guys, welcome to Izzy's Fitness Basement. If you guys want to stay active, I have for you a little workout of the day that you can do, and it's actually based on the last whiteboard boot camp I did last week. Seems like a long time ago. So you guys can do that on your own, maybe with a friend, but don't touch. I recommend that you follow the steps of what equipment to get, what technology you need, and then you can have a couple of different strategies. You can either look through this entire thing in the beginning. I'm going to demo you the exercises so you know what's happening. Then you can just write down your own little whiteboard with the exercises on it, or at the very end, there's gonna be just the exercises up for you, so you can just pause it and look at them. But because you watched the demos already, you know what the exercises are, and you can just start your timer and you can go. Secondly, you could also, if you have a hard time remembering all the things, all the exercises, you can then instead just look at a couple of exercises at a time, because we have exercise pairs today. And then once you have those, run through your block, and then you can look at the next demos for the next block, and that gives you a little time to recover as well. So those are the strategies. Either look at all the demos and then you have the exercises and you know what to do and then run the whole thing, or just look at 2 exercises at a time and run a block. For today, you guys are gonna need some sort of a timer, because this is a timed whiteboard. I like to use something called interval timer, which you can find on, I know you can find it on the Apple, whatever that's called. I'm sure you can find it anywhere. There is a paid version, there's also a free version. The free version should be fine. And in that, you can actually set up timed sets. So once you got that, you can just run through it and it will show you when it's on and when it's off. And you can even link up your playlists, if you have that on the same device, to that thing. So I recommend getting that. And then once you have it, don't touch your face. Go on into that app and open up the interval timed block that you have, the current routine. And then you're just going to make individual blocks. And in this one, there are 4 blocks, and each of the blocks will have 4 sets. So that's 4 exercises, essentially, 2 exercises 2 times. In between, there is 0 recovery. I sometimes put 1 or 2 seconds on it, just so you have a transition period. So 1 minute on, 0 or 1 or 2 seconds off, and you run that 4 times. So within each block, you got 4 1-minute sets, and you have total 4 blocks. That should take you just about, probably depending on how much recovery you have in between your blocks, it's gonna take you about 30 minutes. So if you wanted an hour, you just do that 2 times. I know, that's amazing. Or do whatever you need. So once you have your interval timer, or use whatever interval timer you have, and set up a 1 minute per exercise. Each exercise pair has 2 exercises times 2. Yes, so they will say so in the end of it. Great, cool. So let's walk through this for you guys. So this is the full thing. You can stop it and you can look at it if you want to, because it's very silly. It just says all the stuff I just said. Equipment wise, today you may need a medicine ball or physio ball, but it can be done without. You can use a weight or no weight, but it can be done without. Interval timer, go get it, or use your own, whatever favorite interval timer you have on your phone or device. If you have this one, it will probably look like that. Go on in, create your little things. 4 times 4, 1 minute each, no recovery within your blocks. Boom, ready to go. First exercise. In your exercise pair, number 1 is lunges. Cool. Little Izzy is demoing some lunges for you guys. Step back, big step so that you can lift your chest and bring your hips down as you bring the back knee down towards the ground. You could also, if you wanted to, instead of doing backwards stepping lunges, you could go forward. Yep, alternating right and left. Lift your chest up. You could use weights for this. I just have my hands up and do body weight. From the side, step, sit, lift, step. Any tempo you need. Big step so that you can keep that about 90 degrees in the back knee and the front knee. Second exercise in the first pair, squats. Weighted or no weight. Call these front squats. We're carrying weight in the front. If you are carrying weights, make sure you keep it close to your chest. On the side, hips down to about the level of your knees, chest up. Body weight in the back 3/4 of your shoes or feet. You should be able to lift up your toes. So if that's all you want to do right now, that's it. Otherwise, next exercise is hover or plank. So this is in your pair number 2, block number 2. Either hover on your elbows or hands underneath your shoulders for plank. Shoulders away from ears. Just look down in between your hands. Little Izzy is gonna go to the side. There we go. There she goes. On your elbows for a hover. Long straight line, shoulders through hips. Yeah, hips no higher than shoulders. Knees together, hands together or knuckles together, or hands underneath shoulders. There we go, plank position. Smiles, optional. If you need an option down from your hover, just drop your knees down right there. Keep your hips same height as your shoulders, elbows underneath your shoulders. Or if you're in a plank position, hands underneath shoulders. That's your hover or plank. All right, for the second exercise, in the second pair, you have a dead bug with a ball, toes on the ball, fingertips on the ball, and you're moving your right leg and your left arm, or your left leg and your right arm. So opposites, open, close, nice and controlled. If you do not have a ball at home, maybe you have something weighted. You can use a weighted ball as well, a medicine ball, for example. A little more stability through the shoulders. Or if you have none of those things, you can just do it without. Alternating. Keep it nice and open. Head is down. Shoulders away from the ears. Good for the crosslings. All right, third pair, first exercise is your wall sit. Find a wall, rest your shoulders and lower back against it, about 90 degrees in your knee joint. Hi, hi. Body weight in the heels, or back 3/4 of the shoe. Second exercise of your third pair is gonna be your slow-mo squat to plank. It's almost like a slow squat burpee, everybody. Squat, hands down, alternating step foot, then the other. Stand up. Try to keep your chest pretty lifted as you sit. So you place your hands down when your hips are about the level of your knees. From the side. So a deep squat, feet wide, and then one foot back and then the other. There we go. Nice and controlled. First exercise of your last pair, pair number 4, is going to be a C crunch. So to get that, you could find something weighted, hold it in your hands, and then you're going to open and close. So you can do this with something in your hand, I don't know, medicine ball, bag of flour, your dog, I don't know. Point is, bring your shoulders towards your knees and your knees towards your shoulders. Option up, you can extend the legs as you bring them down. Try not to tap down the legs, and then option up, you can reach your arms overhead This is the weighted version. You could also do it without anything. So either just reach heels and down, keep your knees bent. Or option up, you can then extend legs. Or option up, you could also reach your hands overhead, so extend your arms overhead as well as legs for something a little harder for your core. And that takes us to the last exercise of your last exercise pair. It's a side hover. So position where your bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, lift your hips up, reach your hand up to make sure your shoulders are squared forward. Elbow underneath the shoulder. For option up, extend your legs, offset them or stack them, and then you could lift your leg for last option as well. Make sure you have your timer with you, you know where you're at, because 30 seconds through, you're gonna change to the other side. So 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other. Here's your little rundown of the whole thing. You could stop it now and just look at what you're doing. Those are your exercise pair. Exercise pair number 1, walking lunges and squats, 2, 3, and 4. Just keep this up, have your timer ready, and then put on your favorite music and have fun.